in the industry. Of course, our activities also right now, the young professionals program, which covers the employees or professionals who are less than 35 years. And also we are interested also in, we just initiated the corporate social responsibility programs, which is basically being part of giving back to the society. But now the main question, or the main, basically why do you join the SPE, which is the main, how as an individual, how are you going to benefit from joining the SPE? Of course, the first thing is, as I mentioned in the mission, it is sharing the technical knowledge of with your colleagues who are already part of the industry. This is the main objective of or how this is the first thing, the main element. How you gonna get? How are you gonna benefit from joining the SPE? Second one, basically, is networking. You will be able to meet professionals from all over the world who are part of the industry, getting to know them, getting to know their experience, whether it was in technical or even in the personal aspect. Also, basically, by joining the SPE, especially in your going through the ranks, basically from students, young professionals, to even being at the professional side, you'll be able to polish your leadership and soft skills. Yeah, so basically, you'll be able to polish your leadership and personal skills. And also, the last part is basically you'll be able to advance. You will have the edge if you being part of SPE member, being part of the SPE to advance your career. So basically, yeah. Based on how right now you are as an SPE member, how are you going to benefit from the SPE? Of course, there are many different programs from the professionals. Basically, either it was the Distinguished Lecturer Program, which has previously mentioned, conferences and technical symposiums. You'll be able to participate in this kind of program. The Young Professional Program for once you graduate from the industry and be part of the start your career, basically. Publications, SPE publish each month different publications, different journals, in different topics. You'll be able to get to be part of those. And of course, there are different mentoring programs for professionals, especially if it was for whether it was young professionals or students, or even when you start then be part of the industry. And the last thing basically is you'll have access to all the publications that's on one Petro for all the papers, which is basically, this is how you will be able to get the knowledge that's being shared across all the conferences and technical symposiums. Yeah, so basically that's what I have for my part. The last thing I just want to highlight, SPE is all about voluntarism, being able to participate out of your free time to give back to the industry. And this is maybe the benefit. You won't see it with 1 year or 2 years, but over your career, you will be able to see how you get back or benefit from being part of the SPE. That's what I have generally. I don't know if there is any questions that anybody wants to ask any specific question. I'll be able to answer that.
Sure.
Thank you. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much, Mr. Ammar. We're going to have a question and answers segment at the end. Well, I would like to thank you due to your experience. Inshallah, we learned a lot of things from you in the upcoming years, inshallah. Well, now I would like to call on Mr. Hussein bin Arafa, who is the president of the SPE Bahrain Students Chapter. He is a fourth-year chemical engineering student in the University of Bahrain. So, Hussein, we would like you to start.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my colleagues, guests, members, and students. This is Hussein bin Arafa, the first SPEOB student chapter president. It is my pleasure to be the first student chapter president to serve you as students and enhance your skills, learn, provide you with more knowledge and more opportunities to know more about the petroleum engineering in general. First of all, I would thank our academic advisor, Mr. Dr. Mohammed bin Shams, and the SPE Bahrain chairman, Mr. Ammar Sha'ban, and the officer teams, which I don't consider them as officers only, but I also consider them as soldiers for their works, for their continuous work, just to establish this student chapter in the head of University of Bahrain. First of all, it is essential that you know more about the student chapter. Mr. Ammarna just gave you a brief information about this, the professional chapter of Bahrain, but it is the time as the president to give you more knowledge about the student chapter and why it has been established and what would you benefit from it as a chemical engineering student, even though it undergoes the petroleum engineering. First of all, the mission of SPEUOB. It is very important as a successful team to have a mission and a vision in order to follow and to tag. The mission of SPEOB is to maintain the qualifications and standards of the chemical engineering department students and the society awareness regarding the upstream industry, and to achieve the SPE requirements of providing an opportunity for the students to enhance their technical and professional duties. Let me elaborate on that mission, on the mission of the SPE. The first part of the mission will be, it will be achieved by the webinars, seminars, workshops, and etc., which has been planned and will be planned in the future to serve you as chemical engineering students at University of Bahrain. The second part of this statement, it fulfills the requirements of the SPE. SPE doesn't only want you to learn knowledge, it also wants you to enhance your skills, to be unique, to be more, to distinguish yourself between others. This will also be achieved by the programs that has been planned by the officers. The vision statement of the SPEOB is to demonstrate the upstream professors and experts to share their technical knowledge that satisfies the world's safe and the environmental energy requirements. First of all, having Mr. Ammar Sha'ban as a guest or as an expert in our webinar, or in the first, or the introductory webinar, it's a credit for us, guys. You need to ask him as much as possible questions in order to know more about the SPE. In terms of experts, many experts will be will come to you guys and will talk to you and will share with you their knowledge and technical duties just to enhance your skills and enhance your knowledge. Before joining the SPE, I am sure that you are raising a question. Why should I join the SPE University of Bahrain? What would benefit me? It is your right to have a clear answer of why you should join the SPEUOB. Joining the SPEUOB, I'll give you 9 reasons why should you join the SPEUOB. The first reason is that you will gain knowledge in one of the most common sectors at the Kingdom of Bahrain, which is oil and gas, even though that you are chemical engineering students. I am sure now you're asking yourself at this point, so what is, how would I fill up the gap between being a chemical engineering students and between being a petroleum engineering students? No worries. SPEOB will take in consideration. It will do its duty just to fulfill this gap. In addition, you will attend a workshop, seminars, or apparently webinars, because as the pandemic is taking place now, so we prefer doing the webinars rather than seminars. Not forcing, just for you to be safe. You will also enhance your soft skills, leadership, time management. Many workshops and courses will be established just to serve you guys. Apparently, guys, even though there is a barrier between me and you, which is your mobile phones or your laptops, and I can't really see you, but I have the ability to to read a question in your mind, which is, will the SPE University of Bahrain find for me a job when I graduate? In a direct question, in a direct answer, no, it won't directly find for you a job, but it will give you the guidance. It will build your way. It will enlighten your way or your pathway in order to gain job. First of all, by volunteering at conferences and events, where you will meet with engineers, experts, professors, with global and local companies. In addition to that, you will build public relations with your peers. I am very happy, guys, for you as you attended today's first webinar. We will work with each other. We will learn with each other. We will gain knowledge with each other more, believe me. In addition to that, you will network and connect with experts and professors. If you are interested more in enhancing your knowledge out of the webinars and the activities that will be done by the SPEOB, SPE has provided you with many materials, such as articles, magazines, research, book, where you will find them, where you will need to purchase them out of the SPE, but no worries. SPE gave you a free access to the material provided by the SPE. But if it did not give you the free access, it will give you a discount amount on the resources. Finally, when you want to go to your job, or when you want to find the job, believe it or not, your interviewers and people that will take your CV, they will distinguish you. They will make you unique, or you will make yourself unique, and they will see you unique. Why? Because you've added in your CV that one day you were a member in the SPE University of Bahrain student chapter. Thank you guys for attending today. I really appreciate it. It's time to work. It's time to learn. It's time to enjoy.
Thank you so much, Hussein, and I hope that you guys are attracted by the benefits of SPE, and we are hopeful that you guys join and you guys spread the word, and we hopefully grow as a family. Yeah, that's me. I'm the vice president of the SPEOB Students Chapter. Well, we know that it's an introductory webinar, but we thought to have a small informative segment. And I assure you guys that in the upcoming events or upcoming webinars, we'll be having expert professionals in the oil and gas industry. So they can help you help you familiarize with the concepts and with what's really out there in the oil and gas industries. Today's small informative segment is just about the new technologies of the oil and gas production. Well, we have three techniques. These are used all over the world. Yeah. First of all, we have here is hydraulic. What you have here is hydraulic fracturing. Now, basically, is used in the oil and gas development process. It involves injecting water along with sand and chemicals at a high pressure. Now, this high pressure creates cracks inside the rocks. Now, when it creates cracks, oil and natural gas can flow freely. Now, the benefit is that we can get more access to the oil and gas. After that, when it is sucked back into the trucks or waste collectors, water comes together with the oil and natural gas. Well, we don't need the wastewater to be connected with the oil and gas, so we have to separate them so the water goes into the wastewater disposal centers. The second thing is the horizontal drilling. Well, as the name says, that we basically drill horizontally. Now, it is also a commonly used technique. It's basically what we have to do is we drill at an angle that can stimulate reservoirs. Now, the benefit is that we can obtain information that cannot be done by drilling vertically. The benefit is that it increases the contact between the wellbore and the reservoir, as you guys can see. It provides more flexibility and precision in reaching and extracting oil and gas as compared to the vertical drilling. The last one is like my favorite. It's more interesting. It's called as seismic mapping. Basically, you guys must be familiar with the metal detectors. Well, it has some sort of a similar procedure. It maps patterns of rock formation below the Earth's surface. Now, how does it happen? Basically, ultra-sensitive sound-emitting devices, which are called geophones, are used in order to bounce sound waves. The sound waves are sent beneath the Earth's surface, and after they hit the rocks, they come back as echoes. Now, these echoes are collected and they're converted into 3D figures by seismologists so they can read what is beneath those rocks. We know that different rocks have different sound waves, so seismologists use these sound waves to locate rocks that may contain oil and natural gas. The benefit of this seismic mapping is that it helps cut down, first of all, time. The second thing is that it helps cut down the cost that will be that we have to put for the exploration. This concludes the small introductory session. We are basically done with the webinar. So next slide, please. So if you guys have any questions and answers from our distinguished guest and the president and me, you guys can go ahead and ask them. I'll wait for like around 30 seconds. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask us. Okay, Abdulaziz has a question for Hussein.
Yes, Abdulaziz.
We have two questions now, Hussein.
Shall I scan setting the questions, please? Because I don't really see them from my side.
Just a second. Well, we have a question from Alexander. He wants to ask that he wants to know more about, not a question, rather something I want to know more about as a chemical engineering student. What is the question? Well, we have a question that is there a headquarter for SPE UOB in the University of Bahrain?
Apparently, we have just been established during the COVID-19 period. So the SPE still does not have a headquarter. But it is well established, it is well confirmed by the University of Bahrain and the SPE Bahrain.
Well, we have another question which says that how will these workshops develop my professional skills?
Yes, for sure. When you, as a graduated or a chemical engineering students, when you graduate, you want to work, yeah? You know, Bahrain highly, it is, let me answer the question another part. Bahrain is highly dependent on the oil and gas industry. So when you go to the oil and gas companies and you learn and you have more knowledge than any graduated student, you will be more adapted to their work. You will be more unique than others. You will have more knowledge. You will have the leadership skills. You will enhance your time management. You will know more, you will learn more about the computer-aided programs, especially the unique one that is not being taught at University of Bahrain.
Okay. We have another question from Moin. He says that how can a graduated student join
If
the
you
SPE?
allow me, Shiraz, just have just a couple of comments about whatever the two questions that have been asked. About the headquarter, it shouldn't be a top showstopper for you guys. Even for us, when we are in Bahrain, we've been almost working around 13 years or 14 years without official. We're not officially recognized as an NGO. We didn't have even a bank account. Imagine that. But with the support, with keen or the energy from the members, we were able to push forward and make our self known in the country and all over the globe. Basically, and so this is what I have in that sense. And of course, about the workshops and the other question, what was it? You can. How will this workshop develop your professional skills? As it has been answered by Hussein, you will have that edge over the once you are a SPE member, you will have that edge which will help you to push you to advance your career. You will not be able to see the benefits right away, but over time you will know that okay, but by joining SPE and being part of SPE, you have developed some certain set of skills that I will not say it will take you more time if you haven't basically be part of this organization.
Thank you so much. Well, we have another question that says that how can a graduated student join the SPE?
So basically, for this question, any student, if you are interested in SPE and site petroleum engineers, you can just go and apply directly through their website. And if you're a student, I think you can. It's free free for students, and for graduates, I think there is minimal like fees for something very simple or yeah. So basically, the lowest some marginal fees that will be taken for graduate students or early career joiners.
Do we have another questions? Well, with this, I think we would conclude our webinar. Next slide, please. So yeah, thank you guys for joining our first webinar. We hope that we gave you an idea about SPE, and we hope that you guys will spread the word out there that we exist, so that people can come and join the students chapter, because it is really beneficial. I assure you guys, it is really beneficial for a chemical engineering student to be a part of this organization. Well, I would like you guys to follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram account is on the top, it's on the bottom left. Well, you guys can know how to register. We'll be posting a lot of informative posts on there. And we also will post how to register to SPE Bahrain Students Chapter. Also, if you guys can please scan this code. We also have a link in the chat, and tell us what do you think about the first webinar, if there are any shortcomings, and if we can do better next time. Like if there's anything that you guys want to tell us about for our future purposes, you can go ahead. And I would like to thank Mr. Ammar Shaban for attending and for helping us and for also guiding us what's ahead of us. And we'll be surely using his experience and in the upcoming future, inshallah. And I thank you guys for attending, and assalamu alaikum.